Good afternoon and welcome back to the Mayor's Natatorium on the campus of Seekonk High School. It is day 3 of the Gator Turkey Trot Thanksgiving meet from Seekonk High School. We're just about to get started here for the 13 and over session. We're going to start off our day with event 51. It's the girls 13 and over 200-yard freestyle. 9 heats of girls free, 9 heats of boys 2 free. Alongside Tracy Gagnon, helping me today with the camera for a portion of the program, I am Jeremy Abreu. We are happy to bring you all of this great action. Once again, just like yesterday, we'll be talking and tracking the silvers cuts. Excuse me, the seniors cuts, not the silvers cuts. The seniors cuts that a lot of these swimmers will be shooting for. I don't know if I'm going to have scoreboard names on the first heat. So Sadie Saloy in lane 2, Izzy Korf in 3, Lily O'Connell is in lane 4. Saloy and O'Connell come in with no time. Korf 2:58.37. So a little bit of a rainy day here in Seekonk this afternoon. We had a good first session this morning with the 12 and unders. Now wrap up the weekend here with the 13 and overs. It's Izzy Korf leading the way, 35.08 for Korf after 50. Again, we'll have your names and all of that on the screen after the first heat. When they start off the race, if they don't do a test and then go back, it doesn't register for the first one, so it'll be registered for the second one. So Izzy Korf leading the way here in lane 3. Seniors cut time 1:57.59. So as we look ahead, we'll probably look down to potentially heat 7. There's some 2:01s. But that's a 4-second drop, not out of the realm of possibility, but really heat 8, where we have some 158s and 159s. I think that's a little more realistic, but we'll see. I don't want to count anyone out. Should be exciting for sure. We got 2 free, 1 fly, 2 breast, 1 back, and then I believe we finished with the 1 free. 50 free. Okay, so we finished with the 50 free today. This morning session, they finished with the 100 free. So Izzy Korf still leading the way. She's in the yellow cap going from left to right. She's approaching her final 25-yard wall. We appreciate everyone taking the time to join us here this afternoon and this weekend. Without all of your support for the live stream, there would be no live stream, so I sincerely appreciate everyone taking the time to join us here. A little warm in Seekonk High School anyways, so you're probably better off. As Izzy Korf finishes, but she has a soft touch at the wall. There we go. Her time registered much later. She did not go a 2:54.66. Sadie Saloy will finish up in lane 2, 3:23.73 for Saloy. Lily O'Connell will finish up here in lane 4. So, football Sunday here in New England. Patriots on a bye. Celtics continue their scorching hot start. They win last night in Detroit. They sit atop, or one of the top teams in the NBA with the 10-3 record. The Boston Bruins win their maybe 9th straight. They're off to a scorching start as well. They beat Buffalo 3-1 last night. So we'll move on to heat number 2. Alyssa Gong in lane 1, Yolanda Yan in 2, Samar Gali in 3, Sophie Janovka in 4, Hazel Thomas in 5, and Manuel Gabriel in lane 6. Gali leading the way, followed by Hazel Thomas in lane 5, Yolanda Yan in lane 2. Again, this is heat 2 of 9, our opening event of the 13 and over session. It's event 51, heat 2. This is the 200 freestyle. 9 heats on the boys' side, 9 heats on the girls' side. I'm alongside Tracy Gagnon. As I mentioned, her daughter Sadie will be swimming here coming up, heat number 7. One of the ones with a 2:01, so not out of the realm of possibility to drop 4 seconds here in a 200. So that's why I didn't want to count any of the heats out. I'd say it starts. We should start giving it a look at heat 7, definitely heat 8, and then by heat 9, everybody that's swimming in heat 9 already has the cut of 157.59. Still pretty tightly bunched, but Hazel Thomas has emerged in lane 5 at the 150-yard mark. She is the leader, 151.40. Samar Gali, a little over a second behind. Yolanda Yan, 2 seconds behind. Gali starting to make a move here in lane 3, so let's see if she can narrow that gap on Thomas in lane 5. It's Thomas to the wall first. And it will be Thomas who is the winner of heat number 2. 227.76 for Thomas. Gali takes second. Third place goes Soft Touch, lane 4, Sophie Janovka. Thomas first, Gali second, Yan third. We'll move on to heat number 3. Jillian Frechette in lane 1, Valeria Preet in 2, Charlie Perkins in 3, Mikhail Gabriel in 4, Claudia Rothman in 5, Lillis Ekblad in lane 6. Charlie Perkins comes in with the top time, 2:15.73. Gabriel leading the way in lane 4. Followed by Perkins. Here comes Valeria Preet in lane 2. So lanes 2, 3, and 4, where your leaders reside. Rothman in lane 5 from Commonwealth. Gabrielle still the leader. She came in with a 2:16.35. Gabrielle remains in the lead. She's followed by Perkins. Gabrielle in 4, Perkins in 3, but here comes Perkins now surging. Charlie Perkins has taken over the lead in lane 3 from Commonwealth. Perkins came in with the top time. Had a bit of a surge there, that last 50, so good back half swimmer here. Charlie Perkins, Mikhail Gabriel. And it will be Charlie Perkins, your Heat 3 winner, 2:13.34. Gabriel 2:15, Preet 2:16. Perkins has a 3-second time drop there. We'll move on to heat number 4. Tamsin Burden in lane 1. It's Maggie Bacone Schur in lane 2. Annabelle Hoover in lane 3. Tatum Lombardi in 4. It's Ava Bullock in lane 5. And Fiona Hughes in lane 6. This is heat 4 of 9. Much lighter crowd here at Seekonk High School than we had this morning. Typically the morning sessions with the 12 and unders tend to be a little more full. With parents and swimmers alike. Morning session was highly subscribed. Hoover, Burden, Lombardi. True. Annabelle Hoover from Commonwealth leading the way here in lane 3, 2:12.28 for Hoover right now. She's led from the beginning. She went out in a 29.06, followed that up with a 33.74. 34.17, her last split right there. See if Hoover can hold on. She's got Lombardi on her outside, so Tatum Lombardi starting to make a push, as is Ava Bullock from Cape Cod. Not enough pool, I don't think, left. We'll see, and it is Hoover who takes it. Bullock second, Lombardi third as we move into heat number 5. Emily Tonino in lane 1. It's Charlotte Friedman in 2, Elle Gamble in 3. Leah Libman in 4, Callie Parron in 5, Sophia Simus in lane 6 to round out the field. Elle Gamble comes in with the top time from Commonwealth, 2:08.54. Friedman leading the way in lane 2, followed by Tonino and Gamble. So the top 3 swimmers separated by a half a second. You'll find them in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Leia Libman in lane 4, occupying 4th place right now. Tonino, Friedman, Gamble. That's the lineup right here. So Emily Tonino in lane 1 has moved into first. Tonino has had herself a nice meet so far this weekend. She also had a good performance last weekend, or the last meet, I should say, at WPI. Tonino, a fairly newcomer to the Gator team, swam at the Seekonk YMCA prior to coming to Gators. Tonino remains in the lead, but it's by 4/100ths, and it looks like Friedman has passed her. So Chelsea Friedman in lane 2. A little surge here over the last 25. Tonino's got some work to do if she's going to catch her here in the final 15 yards or so. And it will be Friedman, Tonino, and Gamble, 1, 2, and 3. As we move on to heat number 6. Good start there in lane 3 by Reese Gravlin. Good reaction time there. Caroline Rogers in lane 1, Brooke Carline in 2, Reese Gravlin in 3, Sarah Pescod in 4, Autumn Card in 5, Izzy Bouzade in lane 6. Gravlin and Pescod first to the wall, 10/100ths apart right now. Gravlin comes in with a 2:04.57. Gravlin clinging to that lead at the halfway mark. 0.2 of a second over Pescod. Rogers a little under a second and a half behind. Gravlin now starting to pull away ever so slightly here at the 150-yard mark. She's almost extended that lead to a full body length. It's up to a 2.25 seconds. So the lead was 0.2 of a second at the 100. She gained a full second of time on Pescod in that last 50. And Gravlin looks like she is on her way to being the Heat 6 winner. .203.58 for Gravlin. That's a little over a second drop. Pescod second, Bouzade third. So here we go, folks. We're moving into Heat 7. This is the first heat where the senior cut times may come into play. 1:57.59, the seniors' cut time. Avery Brown in lane 1, Sadie Gagnon in 2. It's Josh Halsey in lane 3, Carmen Bunt in 4, Elizabeth Guevara in 5, and it's Jada Green in lane 6. So the top time coming in here belongs to Josh Halsey, 2:01.21, but Bunt is 2:01.28, Gagnon's 2:01.72. So not out of the realm of possibility to see one of these ladies drop 4 seconds, sneak into that senior cut time. We'll see where they stand at the halfway mark. Right now, it's Halsey leading the way, followed by Bunt and Gagnon. Still very close, 28 lows. Halsey's out in a 58-1, so every swimmer is going to need to negative split their back half. Going to be a tall task. It's Gagnon and Halsey leading the way in lanes 2 and 3. Halsey in 3, Gagnon in 2. Am I missing someone? Nope, they're the 2. Halsey with the black cap, gold lettering. Gagnon with the yellow cap, green lettering. Halsey and Gagnon stroke for stroke. Let's see what this wall looks like. It's Halsey to the wall first. Halsey will go at 2:00:14. Sadie Gagnon at 2:01:36. So it's a time drop for both of them. Guevara takes third. So no seniors cuts, but time drop. So positive movement, nice swims there. We'll move into heat number 8. This is where we're really going to get close. So the senior cut 157.59. Holland's a 158.44. Nardozzi is a 158.89. Kraft is a 159.64. So realistically, they want to be out here in a 56. Maybe a 55. Holland is pacing for that right now, 27.7. Lombardi is right on that pace, as is Kraft. Wienert as well, so this could be a lot closer here, but Holland definitely in the driver's seat early on. Again, 157.59. So Holland's a 57.58. So she needs to be equal to that on the way back. So she's really got to giddy up here. I think she can do it. She's got a good pace going. Let's see what this 50 split is for Holland. Again, 157.59 where she needs to be. So she's at a 128. She's got to go a 29. She's got to come back in a 29 to get there. Here we go, folks. Final 20 yards or so for Holland. 148, 150. Come on. Get there. Get there. So Holland will finish 159.04. Wienert takes second. Kraft takes third. We'll move into our final heat, heat number 9. Megan Huntley in lane 1, Courtney Bogosian in 2. It's Emily Kang in 3, Aya Hassani in lane 4. Anna Coleman in 5, and Addison Abreu in lane 6. So all of these swimmers in Heat 9 have the seniors cuts, led by Emily Kang, 153.70. No surprise, Kang is in that top group in lane 3. Kang, Bogosian, Hassani, Abreu, all within a half a second of each other at the 50. See if there's any change to the top. It was Kang, Bogosian, Hassani. Addison Abreu has taken over the lead in lane 6, 57.24. No, I feel fine. Brew remains in the lead at the 150-yard mark in lane 6. So some outside smoke by Brew, 127.15. Let's see if Brew can hold on here. Lane 6 leading the way. And it will be Addison Abreu who takes this heat. 156.92. Just about on her best time there. Kang second, Bogosian third. We'll move on to the boys, 13 and over, 2 free. Carter Bean in lane 1, Anthony Kirko in 2, Victor Fott in lane 3, Alan Husenovic in 4, Bhargav Shah in 5. Husenovic leading the way here at the 150-yard mark. He's followed by Victor Fat. Bhargav Shah in third place in lane 5. So Husenovic takes it in lane 4. Bean second, Victor Fat third. We'll move into heat number 2. Heat 2 up on the blocks. Jack Ensign in lane 1. Nicholas Skordas in 2. Evan Frechette in 3. James Tack in 4. Sam Woody Woodsmall in lane 5. Simon Zhang in lane 6. Evan Frechette comes in with the top time here in lane 3, 2:24.87 for Frechette. He leads the way after 50, 32.77. Barbara checking in. Great job, Sadie. Hello, Barbara. I'm standing with your daughter. Good old Tracy helping me out here this afternoon. Good young Tracy helping me out here this afternoon. Evan Frechette still leads the way in lane 3s, followed by Nicholas Skordas and James Tack. Frechette looking pretty strong here. Halfway through, he came in with the top time. Came in with the top time by 10 seconds over James Tack. Frechette still leading the way. He's stretched that lead out now to a minute and 62, or excuse me, a second and a half. What am I saying? A minute and 62. That would be a big lead. So it will be Evan Frechette. He'll take heat number 2. 2:21.20. Skordas takes second. Tack takes third. Sam Woodsmall taking fourth. 2:29.93. We'll move into heat number 3. Finn Glatt in lane 1, Bowden Spurn in lane 2, Neil Ray in 3, Frank McGee in 4, Patrick Quee in 5, Lucas Dew in 6. Had the pleasure of meeting Bowden and Madsen Spurn's dad, Josh, yesterday. We were talking about how hot it was in the pool, going through multiple T-shirts yesterday in the steamy heat. Just on cue, Bowden leading the way along with Neil Ray in lane 3. So Bowden in 2, Neil Ray in lane 3. Ray came in with a 2:10.52. Ray and Spurn battling it out. Right now, though, it's Bowden Spurn in lane 2 at the 150-yard mark. Looking ahead, our next event will be the one fly. Spurn now pulling away from Neil Ray, so it looks like it will be Bowden Spurn, your Heat 3 winner from Gators. He comes in with a 2:13.28. Big time drop there, almost 11 seconds. So Spurn drops 11 seconds and takes first. Ray goes at 2:08. He drops 2 seconds. And Frank McGee will take third with a 2:15.27. So nice job by Bowden Spurn, your Heat 3 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 4. Aiden Wallace in lane 1, Jack Kong in 2, William Erot in lane 3, Cormac Hughes in 4, Ethan Curran in 5. It's Antonio Morabito rounding out the field in lane 6, and Jack Kong was out fast. Kong in lane 2. It's followed by Ethan Curran, Antonio Morabito. They're your top 3. Seniors cuts for the boys, 148.49. So we'll probably need to get to Heat 8. So really Heat 8 and Heat 9 before those come into play. Right now, Kong continues to lead the way, followed by Curran. William Erod has moved up into third. Morabito drops from third to fourth. Kong continuing to lead the way, and he'll bring home the victory here in Heat number 4. Kong came in with a 2:04.66. He's going to go out with a 1:57, so a 7-second time drop. Erot goes 2:02, right on his time, 2/10 of a second drop, and Curran goes at 2:04, a 1-second drop. So we'll move into Heat number 5, where you'll find Eric Lee in lane 1, Madsen Spurn in lane 2, William Wu in 3, Ethan Kian Tashida in lane 4, Daniel Coburn in 5, and Teddy Butera rounds out the field in lane 6. Similar to his brother, Bowden, Madsen out in front early here in lane 2. He's running in third right now to Lee and Kian Tashida. Top 5 out of your 6 swimmers are 0.6 of a second apart. So as you can see at the far end, not a lot of spacing. It looks like Kian Tashida has taken over the lead in lane 4. And he has 56.32 at half. Spurn in second, Lee in third. Kian Tashida remains firmly in the lead here. Gaining a little bit of time on that lead. It was a 1.25 seconds, now just under a 1.5 seconds. So gained a little bit of ground on William Wu going into the final 25 here. Kian Tashida will take it and drop 5 seconds in the process. Wu takes second, Lee third. Wu drops 2 seconds, Lee drops 3. So we move into Heat number 6. There are your lane assignments. And now, no better time than others to talk about our new partnership with the Emerson Hospital Scoliosis Clinic. So the orthopedic affiliates and Emerson Scoliosis program run by Dr. John Cahoy is the only non-operative team-based program in New England. Building on recent advances in the care of scoliosis, the goal of the program is to decrease spinal curve progression through the use of bracing, scoliosis-specific exercises, and postural retraining using Schroth principles. Key facets include the weekly clinic with Dr. John Cahoy, who is fellowship trained in pediatric orthopedic surgery and oversees the program and examines patients on a regular basis. The specialized program navigator is a vital link to ensure clear communication and timely treatment for their patients. Jen Geller, PTA, ATC, is always available to answer questions and keep appointments organized as patients move through the program. For further information, please email scoliosisnavigator@emersonhospital.org. Once again, that's scoliosisnavigator@emersonhospital.org. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Dr. Cahoy yesterday morning, and he was showing me some x-rays of an 8-year-old patient that came to him with severe scoliosis. So if you take a look at the spine, it was almost on the x-rays in the shape of an S. The parents nor the child wanted to entertain surgery. And when I saw the x-ray from 14 months later compared to the initial x-ray, it was absolutely mind-boggling, the improvements that had been made to this young girl's life. So what an amazing program they run. As we see Morse taking first here, Yang second, Cutler third. Dr. Cahoy tells me he has patients from all over the Northeast, so it's not just New England coming to see him. So if you have any friends, family members, you know anyone whose child does have scoliosis, they're not entertaining surgery, they don't want an invasive procedure, give the Emerson Hospital Scoliosis Clinic and Dr. John Cahoy a call. Really excited about our partnership with Dr. Cahoy. We're going to have him on a broadcast to talk a little bit more about what he does, but also to talk about sports injuries and swimming injuries and how to avoid them as well. So that should be fun as we move into heat number 7. Otto Cairo in lane 1, Moritz Gerhardt in 2, Ryan Kornacki in 3, Jack Eady in 4, Ryan Connors in 5, Ben Connors in 6. So the Connors twins battling it out in lanes 5 and 6. Jack Eady leading the way right now, along with Ryan Connors. At the halfway mark, Connors 53-52. Connors trying to extend that lead, but here comes Cairo in lane 1. Cairo jumps from 4th to 3rd to 2nd. So nice swim by Cairo here as he tries to pace with Connors. I think it's still Connors in the lead, and it is. He'll take that lead into the final 25. Seniors cut time for this 1:48.49. So impressive swim by Connors, 1:50.08. He drops 4 seconds. Cairo drops 5 seconds. Eady goes 1:51, and he'll drop 2 seconds. So we'll move into heat 8. All right, here we go, folks. Nick Kavik has a 1:50.44. Kai Shinkyo has a 1:51.04. They're your closest to the cuts here, 1:48.49. And it looks like Shinkyo is scratched, so there's no lane 4. So Shinkyo won't be making this senior's cut because he's not here. So we'll turn our attention to Nick Kavik. And Ara Parsegian in lane 2. Jacob Freeman in lane 3. We saw Jacob Freeman make a seniors cut yesterday in the 1 free. Parsegian has surged into the lead here. He's out in a 52-18. So he'll need to negative split this back half. Parsegian also made a seniors cut this weekend on Friday night. I believe it was either the 500 or the 1,000. So Parsegian would need to come back in a 28. A 28 would get him into it. His last 50 split was a 28.01. So tall task here for Parsegian. Let's see if he can pull it off, though. 6 seconds to go here. 144, 145, 140. Oh, and he just misses it. Oh, 148.59 against a 148.49. Parsegian just misses the seniors cut. A 1/10 of a second. Oh, swimming can be cruel. So great job by Parsegian. Just misses the cut there. We'll shift our attention to heat number 9, where everyone has the cut except for Chris Hammett in lane 6. So the great thing, we saw Chris Hammett make a seniors cut as well yesterday in the 200 IM. Hammett, a very interesting story. He's a sophomore at Brown University. He has been trying to get onto the Brown University team, and he trains with Gators in order to stay in shape and to try and get on that team at Brown. Great young man, one of the most delightful, energetic, positive young men I've ever met in my life. I was so happy for him yesterday when he made the 2IM cut. He's got quite a few seniors cuts, so let's see what he can do here. But right now it's Garrett Jones leading the way. Hammett's out in a 54.9. So Hammett's got some room to play with here. Very big, long strokes. Jones came in with the top time of 144.33, so it's not a surprise to see him out in front. Misto came in with a 144.9. Misto will obviously be one of the top swimmers at seniors. So Hammett, 122.68. He's got to come back in a 26. 25 high, actually. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. We'll see. We certainly hope so. 45, 46, 47. Oh, and Hammett's just going to miss out. 149.80. Jones goes 148.21. Hammett second, Misto third. So no seniors cuts there as we move into the girls 13 and over, 1 fly. Alyssa Gong in lane 2. Lillis Ekblad in 3. Sophie Janovka is in lane 4. So this is our opening heat of the girls 13 and over, 1 fly. There will only be 7 heats, so these should go pretty quick. I did see Allison Farrell walking into the building. Allison swam in the Mass States this morning. She's going to be competing here in Heat 6, so I want to see how she did today. Lillis Ekblad, 120.75. She'll take our opening heat. Gong second, Janovka third. Charlie Perkins in 1, Jean Wango in 2, Rothman in 3, Rogers in 4, Preet in 5, Gabriel in 6. So Allison Farrell did have a good showing in the States. She came in 6th in Division 1, 102.14 on the 100 fly. She dropped a second and a half. It was the Gators' Lauren Jolly, the state champion, also from Lexington. 58.60 the time for Jolly. We'll take a look at those times as we get closer to those kids' swims, but it will be Jean Wango in lane 2 who takes heat number 2. Rogers second, Perkins third as we move into heat number 3. Tatum Lombardi in lane 1. Katie Kump in 2. It is Maggie Bacone Schur in lane 3. Elle Gamble in 4. Emily Tonino in 5. Callie Parent in lane 6. Emily Tonino leading the way at the halfway mark, out in a 31.99. See if Tonino can hold on. She's getting a good push from lane 2 by Katie Kumpf from Crimson. Also, Elle Gamble from Commonwealth. Can Tonino hold on? She has it by a head and shoulders right now, and no, it will be Lombardi in lane 1. So Tonino has to settle for third. Kumpf sneaks in before her. Lombardi 109.34. Nice swim by Tatum. We'll move on to heat number 4. Seniors cut time here, 59.89. So 59.89. We'll go through this again. Again, is it surprising that there's not a lot of senior cuts in this meet? No, it's not at all. It's an early season meet. The 90% of the swimmers aren't tapered, aren't shaved, aren't prepared. There are some swimmers that are tapered, though, and suited up, so we're going to root for them and root for everyone, really, to get as many cuts as they can. Avery Brown leads the way here at the halfway mark. She's out in a 30.02. She's followed by Kraft, Hoover, Graveline, Wienert, and Carline. Avery Brown, 16 years old from Gators North, comes in with a 104.52. It's Lydia Kraft who comes into this heat with the top time. She's in lane 3, starting to make a move here at the flags. Can Brown hold on? Will Kraft come back? And it is Brown. 104.05. Kraft takes second. We'll move into heat number 5. Grace Nardozzi in lane 1. Charlotte Friedman in 2. Elizabeth Guevara in 3. Aya Hassani in 4. Leah Libman in 5. Maggie Holland in 6. Again, they're chasing 59.89. The fastest here is Guevara, 102.35. So she's going to need to drop 2.5 seconds. So let's see where she stands at her 50. Guevara is leading the way. Okay, she's out in a 28.9. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but going to be very hard. Again, 59.89, the magic number here. It doesn't look like anyone's going to get it in this heat, but Guevara will win heat number 5. 103.05 for Guevara. Friedman second, Hassani third. We'll move into heat 6, where you'll find Allison Farrell in lane 1. She's off a 6th place finish at the Mass State Championships this morning at MIT, swimming for Lexington High School. So Farrell this morning went a 102.1. It'll be interesting to see what she's doing here for her second time swimming the one fly today. Anna Coleman in lane 2, Corinne Cartwright in 3, Emma Richards in 4, Megan Huntley in 5, Angela Parasol in 6. Cartwright's in the lead, out in a 29.62. So it will be Parasol who takes it 102.42, Cartwright second, Richards third. That brings us to our final heat of the one fly. Jada Green in lane 1, Addison Abreu in lane 2, Emily Kang in 3, Joss Halsey in 4, Caitlin Lacey in 5, Julia Pelchat in lane 6. It's Emily Kang out in front. Looks like Halsey and Abreu running second right now. Kang, Abreu, Halsey at the halfway mark. Kang 27.86, Abreu 28.25, Halsey 28.86. So it will be Emily Kang who takes this one, 58.85. Abreu goes 59.52. Halsey goes 100.77. We'll move into event 54. It's the boys 13 and over, one fly. There will be 7 heats here. Teddy Butera in lane 2, James Tack in 3, Jack Ensign in 4. Butera leads the way at the halfway mark, out in a 30.98. And it will be Butera. .107.18 for Butera. Tack will finish second. . Ensign third as we move into heat number 2. Lanes 1 and 6 are open. Russell Cutler in 2, Eric Lee in 3, Ethan Curran in 4, Sam Woody Woodsmall in lane 5, excuse me. Eric Lee leads the way in lane 3. So Eric Lee takes first, Cutler second, Curran third. Woody Woodsmall will finish up here. Sam came in with a 1:22. He's going to drop some time here. Nice job by Woodsmall. 2-second time drop. And we'll move on to heat number 3. Antonio Morbido in lane 1. Jaden Yang in lane 2. Luke Richards in 3. Jack Kong in 4. Patrick Quee in 5. And it's Dion Bolanos rounds out the field in lane 6. Jack Kong leading the way early at the halfway mark. 28:36, Yang 28:49, Morbido 30:29. Here comes Jaden Yang, though, in lane 2. Solid second half swimming here by Jaden Yang. He'll take heat number 3. Kong takes second. Third place is going to go to Luke Richards. We'll move on to heat number 4. Alan Husenovic in lane 1, Ethan Kian Tashida in 2, Jack Eady in 3, Keith Hartman in 4, Ben Connors in 5, Bowden Spurn in 6. Let's take a look at the senior cut time here, 54:99. So we're probably not going to get there until the second to last heat. Jack Eady pacing the field out in front early in lane 3. A little long at the wall there for Eady. Still remains the leader. Good underwater. Here comes Husenovic in lane 1. See if Eady can hold on here. He's got the good lead. And it will be Eady who takes it, 57:24. Husenovic second, Kian Tashida third. It's almost a 3-second time drop for Eady. So wow, that's pretty impressive. Otto Cairo in lane 1, Sam Morris in 2, Alex Salima in 3, Ryan Vocchio in 4. It's Damian Figet Kosarev in lane 5. And in lane 6, it's Isaac Bowden. Figet Kosarev leading the way at the halfway mark. 27:52. He's in lane 5. Going from left to right with the black cap near the top of your screen. He'll take that lead into the final 25 over Ryan Vocchio. So it will be Figet Kosarev, 57.91. Vocchio takes second, Morse takes third. We'll move on to heat number 6. So here we go. We're chasing 54.99. Adi Cole already has the cut. He's the only one that has the cut in this heat. Garrett Jones is 55.51. Jacob Freeman is 55.54. Ara Parsegian, who just missed the cut by a tenth of a second last event, is a 55.96. So again, 54.99. You got to break that 55 mark, you get this cut. Good times early. No surprise it's Adi Cole leading the way. $54.99, the time that we're chasing here. Who's going to get $54.99? Freeman gets it. Parsegian gets it as well. So Cole had it. Freeman makes the seniors cut time. So does Ara Parsegian. Congratulations to both of them. Adi Cole won the heat. As we move into Heat 7, everybody has the seniors cut. So... Is that your son? Oh, I love Ara. Matthew Wang leading the way here in lane 4. James Misto in second, Chris Ham at third. So again, all of these swimmers have senior cut times. And it is Wang who takes it, 51.23. Misto goes 52.07. Connor's a 54.33. We'll move into event 55. It's the girls 13 and over 2 breast. You've heard me mention the seniors championships. That'll be held at Brown University on December 15th through the 18th. So always one of the premier championship meets here in New England. We'll be bringing you all of the action at abrewmediaproductions.com. We'll be live streaming there for the seniors championship. So very exciting, prestigious meet. Of course, still many opportunities to make seniors cuts. I know for our Gators team, there is a meet right before the weekend before, but I know there is meets basically around New England every weekend, so a lot of different teams will be participating in different meets. I was talking to a couple of my daughter's friends from Gators North last night who came over, Matthew Wang, who we just saw win the one fly, and Allison Farrell, and they have a swim meet for the next 3 weeks. So every weekend, Gators North, they have a meet. So a lot of meets coming up, many chances to make it. Sophia Simas leading the way here in the 100 breast, halfway through. NFL action here in the second quarter. Bills lead the Vikings 17-10. Lions and Bears tied at 10 just about going into the half. Broncos lead the Titans 7-0 in the second. Chiefs lead the Jaguars 14-0 in the second. Dolphins lead the Browns 10-7. Giants lead the Texans 7-3. And the Steelers lead the Saints 10-3. All of those games mentioned are in the second quarter. Once again, the Patriots have a bye this week. So there's the out-of-town scoreboard for you there. Sophia Simas continues to lead the way here. And it's actually Sadie Saloy who has taken over the lead. Here comes Simas, though, with a late push. So Simas in 3, Saloy in 2. Who's going to touch first? Simas with a push. So it is Simas who takes it. Gali in second. Saloy will finish up here. We'll move on to heat number 2 in the girls, 2 breast. Again, only 3 heats here. Caroline Rogers in lane 1, Sadie Gagnon in 2, Tamsin Burden in 3, Jean Wango in 4, Madison Rogers in lane 5. Top time coming in belongs to Tamsin Burden, 2:49.05. Seniors cut time here, 2:32.49. Jean Wango leads the way in lane 4. Still very tight. Rogers in 5, Gagnon and Burden in lanes 2 and 3. We're approaching the 150-yard mark, but now it's Caroline Rogers in lane 1, who has gone from 3rd to 2nd, now to 1st. Wango has dropped down to 2nd. Gagnon has moved up 2 spots from 5th to 3rd. But it will be Caroline Rogers here in heat number 2. Rogers first, Wango second, Gagnon third. Okay, so this will be an interesting heat in terms of cut times for seniors. 2:32:49 is the cut time. Carmen Bunt has it, so does Jada Green. Savannah Lombardi is 2:33:44. She's right there. Angela Parasolt is 2:34:18. She's right there. So Lombardi and Parasolt, both from Gators Seekonk, vying for this senior's cut time. 2:32:49. Bunt leading the way, followed by Green. They already have the cuts, but Angela Parasolt out 36:23. Parasolt has now surged into the lead. So let's take a look at this 100 time for Parasolt, 1:14:99. She's pacing for 2:28, 2:30, around there. Let's see what she can do in the second half here. She came in just off the cut, 2:34:18. $155.29. So she's got to come back in a 37. 37, the magic number for Parasolt. It's not out of the realm of possibility here. Good speed on the back half. She makes her final turn. Good pull out there. Starts to pick up the pace here. 2:26. She's got to get 2:32:49. And she will just miss it. Bunt takes first, Parasolt second. And it will be Jada Green taking third as we move into the boys. So it will be Moritz Gerhard. 2:25.40 for Gerhard. Senior's cut time here, 2:20.09. So nice swim by Gerhard. He'll drop a ton of time. So 35-second time drop for Gerhard. He comes in with a 3:01. He goes out in a 2:25. Lucas Dew will take second. Evan Frechette will take third. And Nicholas Scortis from Cape Cod will take fourth. Heat 2 in the water, Finn Glatt in lane 1, William Erott in lane 2, Ryan Kornacki in 3, Aiden Wallace in 4, Jack Kong in 5, William Wu in lane 6. Ryan Kornacki leads the way after 50. He's in lane 3. For those of you who didn't notice, the March 15 to 18 age group championships have been moved from Brown University to the Boston Sports Institute on Route 9 in Wellesley. That is the home of Charles River Aquatics. So I know many of you here in the audience will have swimmers swimming in that 15 to 18 age groups. And once again, those will be held not at Brown University as originally scheduled. They will be held at the Boston Sports Institute on Route 9 in Wellesley. That's the home of Charles River Aquatics. So that change was recently made. I believe the Rhode Island Interscholastic High School Swimming Championships will be taking place at Brown that weekend, so that was the reason for the move. Kornacki coming in at the 150-yard mark. Kornacki remains the leader. Aiden Wallace and Jack Kong are battling for second place there in lanes 4 and 5. $2:24.08 for Kornacki. That's a 7-second time drop. Wallace goes 2:31.12. That's a 2-second time drop. Kong a 2:32 even. That's a 12-second time drop. So big time drops there. Now we move into our final heat where we could have some seniors cuts times coming up. 2:20.09. Shinkyo has the cut, as does Groves. Spurn is 2:21.12. Cairo's 2:21.82. So we'll see here. My guess would be Kai Shinkyo is going to win this heat. So correction there, I jumped the gun. It's 11 to 14 age groups have been changed to Charles River Aquatics, the Boston Sports Institute. Those will be held on March 3rd through the 5th. The 15 to 18 age group championships, they will be held March 10th to the 12th at WPI. So no change there. Sorry for the confusion. No change there. 15 to 18, thank you, Tracy. 15 to 18 age group championships will remain at WPI. The 11 to 14 championships have been moved from Brown to Boston Sports Institute. Good catch there. My astute partner, part of her existence is to fact check me on everything I say and do. And this way, it actually came out handy because I made a big mistake. So usually her and I are like brother and sister going back and forth. But this time, I'm actually happy that she caught a big blunder of mine. Kai Shinkyo, no surprise, leading the way here. He was out in a 104.51. 2:11.42 his time. Keep an eye on Madsen Spurn. So he came in with a 2:21.12. Senior cut time is 2:20.09. So drop about another second and a quarter, and Madsen Spurn's going to get in and make that senior's cut time. He's looked like he was pacing with Shinkyo, just a little bit behind him. $2:20.99, the time to beat. Spurn is going to be so close. Get there and just misses out. Spurn goes to 2:21.82. Shinkyo at 2:17.03. Groves at 2:22.29. So no seniors cuts there. As we move into event 57, it's the girls one back. Swimmers are being asked to clean the pool because it's the girls' 100-yard backstroke. They need to start from in the water. There will be 8 heats. Seniors cut time 1:00.99. So anything under a 1:01 will get you there. Lily O'Connell in lane 2. It's Izzy Korf in lane 3, and Manuel Gabriel in lane 4. That was a good catch. That was a good catch. I'm very happy that I probably would have confused a ton of people. I am so glad. So again, for the last time, the 11 to 14 age groups, they were the ones that were moved from Brown to the Boston Sports Institute. The 15 to 18 age groups, they have not been changed. They were always at WPI. They're still going to be at WPI. There's no change in the program there at all. As my wife would say, I am wrong more than I'm right. And I probably agree with that. So Izzy Korf goes a 131.33. Gabriel a 136.84. Yolanda Jan in lane 1, Lillis Ekblad in lane 2, Alyssa Gong in 3, Sophia Simas in 4, Emily Tonino in 5, lane 6 is open. Emily Tonino, Yolanda Jan, Lanes 1 and 5, Jan in 1, Tonino in 5. They lead the way, 0.2 of a second apart. Again, girls 13 and over, 1 back. 8 heats. Emily Tonino continues her hot swimming, 1:13.33 for Tonino. 17-second time drop. Jan takes second, 1:17. It's a 13-second drop there. Simus 1:18. That's a 6-second time drop as we move to heat 3. Samara Gali in lane 1. Kaylee Parent in 2. It's Maggie Bacone-Schur in 3. Fiona Hughes in 4. Valeria Preet in 5. Hazel Thomas in 6. That's the field here for heat 3 of the girls. 13 and over, 100 back. Fiona Hughes leading the way, along with Maggie Bacone-Schur. And it will be Bacone-Schur who takes it. Hughes second, 1/10 of a second separating them. Gali takes third. Now we're into heat number 4. Charlie Perkins in lane 1, Ava Bullock in 2, Jillian Frechette in 3, Caroline Rogers in 4, Tamsin Burden in 5, Claudia Rothman in lane 6. This is heat 4 of 8. Girls 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. Pretty tightly bunched field here. Through the opening 50, it's Caroline Rogers leading the way, followed by Burden and Bullock. And it ends up being Caroline Rogers, 109.73. Burden takes second. Bullock takes third. Reese Gravelin in lane 1, Charlotte Friedman in 2, Avery Brown in 3. It's Sadie Gagnon in 4, Jean Wangao in 5, Tatum Lombardi in lane 6. Avery Brown comes in with the top time, 106.14. She's in lane 3. Reese Gravlin leads the way in lane 1. She's followed by Avery Brown and Charlotte Friedman and Sadie Gagnon. So the top 4 swimmers 0.8 of a second apart. Looks like Gagnon may have moved into second, slightly ahead of Brown. Here she goes, making a move on Gravlin here. They're stroke for stroke into the wall, and it will be Gravlin 1, Gagnon 2, Brown 3. As we move into heat number 6. Annabelle Hoover in lane 1, Leah Libman in lane 2, Elizabeth Guevara in 3, Vivian Wienert in 4, Katie Kump in 5, and Grace Nardozzi in lane 6. Elizabeth Guevara comes in with the top time, 1:04.16. Guevara leading the way here in lane 3. So she comes in with the top time. She leaves with the top time, 1:04.75 for Guevara. Wienert second, Kump third as we move into heat number 7. Tell you folks, we're moving right along. This was scheduled to start at 2:44. It's 2:38, so we're 6 minutes ahead of schedule. We were scheduled to get done at about 3:11, so we'll probably get done around 3 o'clock. Not a bad thing for a Sunday. Joss Halsey in lane 1, Megan Huntley in 2, Izzy Bouzade in 3. It's Corinne Cartwright in 4, Caitlin Lacey in 5, Sarah Pescod in lane 6. Caitlin Lacey leads the way, followed by Izzy Bouzade. Corinne Cartwright in third. Once again, seniors cut time 1:00.99. Anything under a 1:01 will punch that ticket. So Emma Richards is a 1:02.02 in our next heat. Lydia Kraft is a 1:01.42. So they're the only two that need the cut and don't have it in our next heat. Bouzade takes first, Cartwright second, Halsey third. As we move into heat number 8, Addison Abreu has the top time, top overall qualifier, 59.22. She's in lane 3. Lydia Kraft in 1, Aya Hassani in 2, Addison Abreu in 3, Courtney Bogosian in 4, Anna Coleman in 5, Emma Richards in lane 6. Hassani, Abreu, and Bogosian all at the top here. Bogosian with the slight lead, 18/100ths of a second over Abreu. Abreu is a half a second ahead of Hassani. They're all very close. Bogosian has pulled away a little bit. We'll see. Here comes Bogosian and Abreu, and it is Abreu 1:01.25. Bogosian goes second. Hassani takes third. We'll move into event 58. It's the boys 100 back. There's only 6 heats. Bargov Shah in lane 2. Victor Fat in lane 3. Anthony Kirko in lane 4. Victor Fat leading the way at the halfway mark. Almost done with our program here. It's been another great weekend of swimming, another great meet run by Gators Swimming from Seekonk. Seekonk High School were gracious hosts to us once again. Wanted to thank John, Joe, Adrian, Paul, the whole custodial staff here. They do an amazing job. Listen, I'm not going to lie. These kids are slobs. Let's just be honest. when they leave at the end of the weekend, this place, there's a lot of trash here. And the custodial staff does an amazing job of making sure, even after the first day, that everything is nice and neat, it's cleaned up. So a big shout out to all of the Seekonk staff, all of the Gators coaching staff, all the other coaches, parent volunteers, everyone. As anyone knows who's in swimming, it takes a lot of people to do a lot of different things to put a successful swim meet together. So we appreciate everyone and their volunteerism. I appreciate your support on the live stream. As I've mentioned time and time again, without your support, there would be no live stream. So a big thank you, and we continue to hopefully keep you entertained and in on all the action as we continue to broadcast all of the top swim meets in New England. As we move on to Heat 2, Simon Zhang in lane 1, James Tack in 2, Jack Ensign in 3. It's Lucas Dew in lane 4, Evan Frechette in 5, Sam Woody Woodsmall in lane 6. Lucas Dew looks to be leading the way along with James Tack. Actually, Simon Zhang as well, so pretty crowded at the top. James Tack takes it from lane 2, 117.40. Frechette second, Dew third as we move into heat number 3. And we'll finish out after heat 6 with the 50s. So those will be lightning. Boom, boom, boom. Finn Glatt in lane 1, Neil Ray in lane 2, Antonio Morbido in lane 3. It's Cormac Hughes in 4, Dion Bolanos in 5, Frank McGee in lane 6. Morabito leading the way, followed by Ray and Hughes. And it will be Morabito. Hughes second, Ray third as we move into heat number 4. Samuel Morse leading the way in lane 2. He's in a good battle with Teddy Butera in lane 1. Also Bowden Spurn in lane 5. Let's see who's going to come ahead here. It looks like it's Bowden Spurn in lane 5. And it is Spurn who takes it. Morse second, Butera third. We'll move into heat number 5. Addy Cole in lane 1. Damian Figuet, Kosarev in 2. Nick Kavik in 3. Jack Eady in lane 4. Kalik Lee in 5. William Wu in 6. Seniors cut time 57:19. Closest one is Nick Kavik at 58:19. Nick Kavik leads the way, 28:39. So he's pacing. If he can repeat that, he will be right there. Very big if. Kavik and Eady battling back and forth here. It is Kavik right now. Time to beat 57:19. He's going to be so close, but 57:92. Eady goes 58:41. That'll take us to our final heat of backstroke. Keith Hartman in lane 6 is the only one without the cut. 57:89. So Hartman needs to drop 7/10 and he'll be there. Let's root for Keith Hartman here. Ryan Connors in lane 1. Garrett Jones in 2. Matthew Wang in 3. William McClellan in 4. Kai Shinkyo in 5. Keith Hartman in 6. It's Matthew Wang, an amazing stroke rate here. Out in a 26:27. Hartman was out in a 29:59. Not sure he's going to get there today, but it'll still be a good effort. Matthew Wang, Kai Shinkyo will go 1 and 2 here. $54.26 for Wang, $54.84 for Shinkyo. We've now moved into the 50 free portion of the program. My voice is getting very difficult. Yolanda Yan goes to 30-18. Korf, second. Gabriel, third. Seniors cut time 25-19. Hazel Thomas in 1, Jillian Frechette in 2, Claudia Rothman in 3, Brooke Carline in 4, Lilith Ekblad in 5, and Sophie Janovker in lane 6. Rothman comes in with the top time. Carline is leading the way right now. Here comes Rothman. Carline will out-touch her, 29.06 for Carline, 29.36 for Rothman, 30.58 for Frechette, who comes in third. Heat 3 on the blocks. Bocconi Schur in lane 1, Hughes in 2, Kumpf in 3, Parent in 4, Tonino in 5, Perkins in 6. Tight race here, not really any separation. It could be lane 6, Charlie Perkins, and it will be. So Perkins in lane 6 will take this one, 28-27. We'll move on to heat number 4. Bullock in 1, Gamble in 2, Hoover in 3, Pescott in 4, Burden in 5, Gabriel in 6. Bunched up there in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Who's it going to be? And it's Burden, Pescott, Hoover, 1, 2, and 3. We'll move into heat 5. Lombardi in 1, Simus in 2, Wienert in 3, Rogers in 4, Libman in 5, Card in 6. Looks like it's Wienert in 3 or Lombardi in 1, and it was Lombardi in 1, out touching Wienert by a 10th. Wienert second, Rogers third. Bouzade in 1, Nardozzi in 2, Green in 3, Hassani in 4, Holland in 5, Bunt in 6. Again, that's seniors cut time. What we got here, 25-19. Everybody here is 25, so let's see if we can get any 25-19s or lowers. And we won't. Bunt 1, Holland 2, Hassani 3. We'll move into our final heat. All of these swimmers have the cut time. Huntley in 1, Coleman in 2, Kang in 3, Pelchat in 4, Lacey in 5, Farrell in 6. Kang goes to 24-6, Pelchat 25-8, Huntley 26-08. We'll move into our final 9 races of the day. This is the 50 free on the boys' side. Bargov, Shaw in lane 1, Bean in 2, Kirko in 3. Big thank you to my friend Tracy Gagnon, helping me out here this afternoon. It's good to see her back with us. The perils of having a daughter that is a multi-star athlete. Sadie Gagnon, a all-star soccer goalie for all sorts of national teams and traveling all around the country here. Shaw 1, Bean 2, Kirko 3 for our opening heat. Tack in 1, Scortis in 2, Frechette in 3, Ensign in 4, Woody Woodsmall in 5, Zhang in 6. Looks to be like it's Scortis from Cape Cod in lane 2, and it will be Scortis, Frechette, Tack as we move into heat number 2. Victor Fat in 1, Bolanos in 2, Quee in 2, Richards in 4, Finn Glatt in 5, Alan Huzenovic in lane 6. And it will be Husenovic in lane 6 that takes this one. Thanks, guys. Quee takes second, Richards takes third. We'll move into heat number 4. Hughes in 1, Curran in 2, Wallace in 3, Morris in 4, McGee in 5, Dew in 6. Morse 1, Curran 2, Wallace 3 there. Heat 5 in the water. Wu in 1, Morabito in 2, Gerhard in 3, Lee in 4, Vocchio in 5, Ray in 6. Morabito takes this one. Gerhard takes this one. Morabito second, Lee third. We'll move into heat number 6. Kian Tashida in 1, Yang in 2, Erot in 3, Coburn in 4, Spurn in 5, Bowden in 6. Seniors cut time here, by the way, 22.99. 22.99, the seniors cut time. It's going to be lane 5, and that's Spurn. 24.4. Yang second, Coburn third. We'll move into heat 7. Final 3 heats of the afternoon, folks. Lee in 1, Cutler in 2, Kavik in 3, Ing in 4, Salima in 5, Kornacki in 6. Looks like Kavik right now, although here comes Cutler. It will be Kavik. 23.52. Ing second, Cutler third. 22.99, that cut time. Here we are, heat 8. Should be some speed burners here. The final heat is going to be amazing when you look at guys that are swimming this in a 20. Sheesh, who is going to win this heat? 2, 3, and 4, too close to call. I think it's Freeman in 2. It was. Freeman, Cairo, Cole. Here we go, folks. Last heat of the day. James Misto comes in with a 25.5. Seniors cut time 22.99. Everyone has it except for Dawson Milligan in lane 6. And it is Hammett, 21.77. Nice job by Hammett. Misto second, McClellan third. And folks, that concludes our Turkey Trot meet. We thank you for your patronage and support. We will be live next at the Seniors Championship at Brown University, December 15th to 18th. Once again, you can follow all of our action at on Facebook at Abreu Media Productions or abrewmediaproductions.com. We can be emailed at livestream at Abreu Media Productions. For the last time, on behalf of my partner, Tracy Gagnon, I am Jeremy Abreu. Thank you very much for your support. This and every weekend, we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.